All right, what's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say off these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Jumping in, just watched Roaring Kitties live. I'm sure there was lots of you there. There was like over 500,000 people at some point. Um, I feel like it was just it was something just to show face, to show it is him sending the tweets. Um, I feel like he was playing it safe. He didn't he's got a lot on his plate. You know what I mean? He's got a lot more to worry about than most of us, even YouTubers or whatever you want to call us, do. He's got a lot. I mean, he's already been hounded by you know CNBC or whoever, Jim Cramer, people like that have mentioned him, brought him up. There's a lot of people that think he's manipulating the stock somehow, and I don't think he is. I think he's just talking. I think he came through, basically showed his position. It's all GME, and that's fine. I think for the most part, a lot of people were I wouldn't anticipate he had anything else. Yeah, it would have been dope if he would have came out and said, I got AMC too. He did mention the movies. He said, I like the movies. I like movies. Let's talk about movies. And then he kind of stopped about that real quick. But that was mentioned. But he did show his position, GME only. The stock was kind of, it's been halting and plummeting down. And I don't know, obviously, I think he's trying to show that, hey, he has no control over it pumping. With him coming in and going live, everyone thought it was going to pump, and it did the opposite of what people thought it did. So, obviously, you can't say he made it pump. Um, you're going to have shills and people spreading FUD that saying, he played you and blah, 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 this and that. You have your own opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just my thoughts on his stream. I think I feel like he was just having to be careful what he said. He wanted to be cautious. He wanted to say more, but he couldn't, just because, he's got so much attention on him. He's already been to court for some of this shit. So you got to just take it with a grain of salt. And if you have your conviction in the play, any play, not just GME, not just AMC, whatever your play is, that's I really feel like he was just playing it cautiously. He started doing something about the 8 ball, and he didn't do the 8 ball question. I think he really considered, like, maybe I should talk to a lawyer, because there's a lot going on in the comment section too. Like, I couldn't even keep up with what was being said, but a lot of AMC in the comments. So he did mention the movies one time. He said, I like movies. Let's talk about the movies. Blah blah blah. Does that mean anything for AMC? Not really. But for me, AMC is my main play. I'm in GME as well. I'm buying and holding. I've been buying the dip right now. God, how many times does that thing halt today? GME has been halted like crazy. And we all know what happens when they halt it like crazy like that. They push it down somehow, some way. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's, I really don't think it's a lot of people selling. There is probably people selling, but I know for me, certainly I'm buying and holding. And I know there's so many people doing that as well, in my opinion. So, um, it's the same thing as it has been. Nothing's changed. You buy, you hold, or you sell. It's up to you, or whatever you want to do. It's your money. You figure out what to do with it. Edward, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm surprised he showed his portfolio. I figured he would. I think I really feel like that live was more just to prove that, hey, it is me on Twitter. I'm not working with hedge funds. I'm not taking money from anyone else. It's just me, same dude I've always been. Just you know, showing what he does. That's what he's been doing. He's just showing face to show, like, it really is him. There's been a lot of crazy things being said. I think he just really wanted to show face and show that it's really him, behind the tweets. It's really him and his portfolio. Um, yeah. And I think he was mentioning, green stuff like Celtics while drinking green can of beer. I think a lot of it just to show he want, let's go green. But I think what happened is he announced he was going to go live. Obviously, millions of people around the globe knew. Um, and it's funny because this is such a just a small portion of the world that's into the stock market, but there's probably 9 out of 10 people that are involved in the stock market were watching. I can almost guarantee you had government people watching, lawyers watching. So he had to be careful, and I understand that he was. But I really think the whole point of that live stream that he did, I really just believe the whole point of that was for him just to show face, prove that it's him with the tweets, prove that it's him on Reddit, and that he's still around, and he showed his portfolio, and that's it. There's really nothing else to it. He didn't try to pump it. He didn't try to dump it. He said that he's bullish on it long term, and he mentioned we'll see what happens in the short term. You never know. I really think that he just really has to play it cautious with what he says. So, while he was talking and he kept saying, "Oh no, I'm saying all the wrong things. The stock's dumping." I feel like, to me personally, that's just a way of him saying, like, look, I don't control this. I don't make it go up by talking. It's going down. He kept saying, "Where's the eject button?" Blah blah blah, kind of joking around about it. You know, and I might have to look back and watch it again to catch any little things. I was just kind of chilling watching. Like I said, I'm pretty tired today. Going on a little sleep last night, but I really don't know if there was anything much you can look into. I think it was just him showing face. We'll see him in 3 years again. Who knows? I did notice towards the end he looked like he got a little flushed, a little like stressed, maybe, and jumped out. Maybe someone was messaging him something that he shouldn't do, or maybe it's just the fact that he's watching the stock plummet while he's talking. I don't know. But I would imagine, like he said, high risk, high reward. He understands what it is when you invest, and like, I wouldn't even try to pretend to be as knowledgeable or a good investor as him. So I don't think that would stress him out too much to bother him. He's watched it go up and down. I mean, we were under $20 not too long ago, and then we were at 60 not too long ago. This thing is volatile. It's going to be volatile, in my opinion. AMC is the same way. It is what it is. These stocks aren't your grandpa's stocks. You know what I mean? They're not your dad's stocks. They run different. There is probably a lot of people that saw a lot of money in their account and pulled out. They'll probably buy back in. This is how it works. Not everyone is buying and holding. I couldn't guarantee if I didn't have 20,000 shares that I wouldn't have sold some. And what do people think is happening? What do I think is happening? I have no factual evidence, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I do believe that a lot of the sell orders are initiated and sent out there, and I think a lot of the buy orders are possibly suppressed into a dark pool into a later date. And I don't think it's actually, it's really not, I don't think it's illegal for them to do that. And who knows? I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know any of that shit, but I do think that there's some ethics and some stuff that could be definitely reworked. I think they got plenty of loopholes and a lot of advantages, but the one thing they don't have is the masses of people that are grouped in. So at one point or another, it's going to have to explode, in my personal opinion. Not financial advice. I wouldn't tell you to buy, sell, or hold. Not my place, and I'm definitely not educated enough for you to listen to, even if you thought I was giving advice, which I'm not. Do your own DD, do your own research. But I do think there's a lot of people involved in these plays, and it's just like there's an old picture, an old meme, where one guy stands up, there's someone whipping the crowd, and one guy stands up, he whips them back down, right? And then the whole crowd stands up, the guy with the whip, he's like, oh shit, now what? He's about to get trampled. So I don't know if that's the right, I wouldn't compare them necessarily to whipping us and doing that and this and that, but there is, there's just a thought, anyway. Like I said, I just wanted to come in and say what I thought he meant, what he was doing, and by no means am I saying that is 100% what he was saying or doing. Who knows? No one knows what was going on in his head except him. But I do think, my personal opinion, he just wanted to show face, let everyone know that it is him sending tweets. That is his position. He kind of wanted to say hi. I think he felt like he owed it to people because, and also just to clear up rumors, because there's so much stuff that goes around. So much FUD, really, is what it is. People saying that, it's not him, and he's working alongside with hedge funds, and he just came out and said, I'm not working with anyone. I'm not with hedgies. I'm just YOLOing my account again. And that's what he showed. He's holding GME, and that's it. That's fine. That does not mean the AMC, in my opinion, can't still have a run. AMC's got its own movement. Roaring Kitty is his own GME. They have their own thing. AMC has their own thing. They don't have to. You don't have to hold both if you don't want to. I do, just because I think they're very similar. But it is what it is, you know. I think that they, in my personal opinion, I think they'll both have, you know, I think they're good companies. I think they're both going to have better days. That's all I'll say. So that's all I wanted to do, man. Jump in, give my thoughts on it. I think he's just playing it cautious. The stock's plummeting, and maybe he really thought, oh my God, I got to get out of here because I'm causing it to plummet. Maybe he really did think that. I don't know. But I think he probably knows, obviously, a lot and more than I know, or generally speaking, a lot of people know. But yeah, you might not see him again. That might have been it. I think he really just wanted to show that it proved that it is him talking, and whatever he tweets or shows, then hey, look, you can go back and say, yeah, it was him. He started the stream off in a sling and beat up, and he got brought back to life, you know, and I think it's just him joking around, being goofy. You know what I mean? It's not too serious. He's just showing face. That's it. So I think I've said the same thing about 48 times. I'm gonna jump off and yeah, I got to get to work. Got to get my regular day going. It's customer appreciation, so I've got to get you know, do some giveaways today and get to my normal life. And I've decided whatever I make today as far as profit, I'm going to pay my regular bills, and then dump the rest back into AMC and GME, just because I believe in the stocks. I like the stocks, and I think it's a good dip right now. So that's it, man. I put this hat on. I know it doesn't match my shirt, but my hair was looking crazy, man. It's been wild. It's been crazy today, man. So obviously, I guess that's it. Why would I announce that at the end? I'm wearing a hat. The end. That's why you don't take financial or any advice from me. You can see I'm not right, man. I'm not right in the head, man. I'm definitely not a guru or a genius. Just a dude. But did anyone else notice anything that I'm missing? Maybe little hints. I did notice he brought up movies, but he is not holding it from what I see. I don't know if that's his entire portfolio, if he has other brokers. I know that he had mentioned, you know, he checks his stuff every morning because of E-Trade. He said, I don't want to have to delete E-Trade off of my thing, but I'll do it. Don't make me do it. You know, I think he's just messing around, joking. I genuinely think the dude's just being goofy, being funny, trying to just play it off and show face. That's it. So, that's it, man. I think you can take what you want to take out of it, and you know, if I miss something, hey, let me know. Just the green things, plus you mentioned transition. So, yeah, he did mention that he hasn't even watched the movie. That a lot of people thought that an actor was going to come out. It would be the actor instead of him. Literally, I think that's all it was, just to show face, prove that it's him. So you can rest easy if the tweet comes out. It's not, you know. Now, you know, I think like the rest of us, I think a lot of us wish he would have said more, but I think he has to protect himself. Like, you're in that position, you would probably, student certifies that I slapped the F out of a Mormon with a chicken leg earlier. Sad face. Well, yeah, it's sad, man. More messages held for review. I don't know what it says. Sorry. I guess that's it. Luke 3:10 says I suck. Well, I'm not very good at this stuff, so yeah. Maybe I should have. I didn't know I could view the message when it says hidden from review. So Luke, I'm gonna. There we go. We accepted it. We're not gonna. Another moderator handled this. Cool. I don't know who I got. I think I got moderators on here. I don't know what's going on. All right. Anyways, so JP Investment asks opinion on such large volume and mini halts. I think it's crazy right now. I think they, you know, I think about it. for me personally, I'm buying little bits and pieces here and there when I can. I got money settling, or I decide, you know what, I can pull a little bit from here and I put a little more in, a little more here, a little more there. And the funny part is, I almost feel guilty buying GME without AMC, so I'll buy like half a share of GME and then half a share of AMC, and then 20 minutes later, I'm like, you know what? I'll just buy another half, another half, another half, another half. There's probably so many people doing stuff like that. AG says I don't suck. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Portugal says skibbity toilet. skibbity toilet. But yeah, I think that's it, man. I think that it's just so much volume coming in, and they're just trying to hammer it down. Because I can imagine if they were just to let this thing run today with no halts and all the volume, I think it would have been mo-ass time. They're doing whatever they can, however they can. Loopholes, suppression. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't know. I don't have factual evidence in any of this. It's just me guessing, pretty much. Only selling volume is crazy. Yeah, that's what's crazy too. It's because like people, I don't know. There probably is people that, like I said, there's probably people that hold a lot of GME that were like, okay, I'm gonna take some profits real quick. And like I said, those are probably the only ones being shown. So yeah, let's see it end of the day after hours. And like I've said, man, I think a couple weeks. You know, for GME, it's probably got some time. And I don't give dates. I don't give price targets really. I just feel like, what's up, Kathy? You know, I just feel like as many people that are behind this stock and AMC and GME, there's too many people for, and the companies are just good. I think fundamentally they're growing, they're transitioning, they're doing other things, you know. So eventually, I think we see, you know, let's just say no squeeze ever happens in either stock. I think both stocks and both companies are ran good, and I think they're both cult classic type things, movies and games, you know what I mean? And they're both advancing. They're not just staying in one spot. They're both trying to move forward. So, you know, that's what it is. So I think eventually, fundamentally, no matter what, these things will definitely move up. So eventually, you know, and you know, they may move down. I guess that's the other end of it. You could lose it all and you could win it all. Even Roaring Kitty literally just said that. You know, the way he invests, he could lose it all and he could win a lot. So this is how it is. That's investing, you know. There's no guarantees. So I'm gonna jump up out of here for now. I've definitely got a lot going on today. Got to stay busy. God bless y'all, man. Have a good day. Peace.